One of your goals in releasing the videos was to push Congress to defund Planned Parenthood. Last night, that effort failed. So what's your next move?
Sure. So, what the vote in the Senate did show yesterday is that there's certainly already a bipartisan majority that is ready to have an immediate moratorium on Planned Parenthood's taxpayer funding. Directly as a result of the exposure of Planned Parenthood's illegal use of partial birth abortions to harvest higher quality fetal organs for resale.
I mean, that's what you say that the videos show. Obviously, Planned Parenthood refutes that and says that it shows nothing of the sort, that in fact it shows them trying to recoup their costs for the transfer of fetal tissue to biotech companies, and that that's totally legal.
Right. Well, there's two things there. Number one, Planned Parenthood still has not, after about 3.5 weeks, Planned Parenthood still has not addressed the claim about partial birth abortions, which is a really clear description given by their senior director of medical services from the very first video that we produced. On the second point, Planned Parenthood also hasn't produced any evidence that they have any real costs associated with the supply of aborted fetal tissue, especially when they're partnered with a middleman biotech company like STEM Express or Novogenics or ABR that sends technicians into the clinics to do the harvesting, to identify the patients, to receive the fetuses, dissect the specimens, ship them off. That's all those costs are absorbed by other outside biotech companies, yet Planned Parenthood is still receiving payments per specimen that they produce.
David, I want to stop you there because we did ask Planned Parenthood about that, about your claims, and we also asked STEM Express, and both of them say that you're wrong. They say that the only costs that Planned Parenthood gets are the costs for transfer, if it involves storage, if it involves the time that it takes for a staff member to get consent from a patient. In fact, let me read to you the statement that STEM Express gave us about this very thing. STEM Express does not pay Planned Parenthood clinics or any other healthcare provider for fetal tissue. STEM Express reimburses Planned Parenthood clinics and other healthcare providers for their reasonable costs associated with the tissue procurement process, such as those incurred in connection with storage, processing, documentation, and staff participation. So now here are two different organizations, Planned Parenthood and the middleman that you're talking about, saying that they're not being paid for the sale of fetal tissue.
Yeah, I think it's really cute that they have their stories straight and that they're covering up for each other. But I mean, I think that the next question that the media should be asking of STEM Express and Planned Parenthood is, if you go to our website, centerformedicalprogress.org, we have an advertisement from STEM Express that was an advertisement for Planned Parenthood clinics to tell them that they could make a financial profit, that they could have fiscal growth to their clinics, that it would be a financial benefit to the Planned Parenthood clinics if they partnered with STEM Express to supply aborted fetal tissue. And that advertisement was endorsed by one of Planned Parenthood's medical directors, Dr. Dorothy Ferguson. So I'm not sure how that flyer that STEM Express has been passing out to Planned Parenthood clinics squares with the statement that they just gave you.
David, last 21 minutes from now, we understand that you plan to put out another one of your undercover videos. There have been 2 restraining orders against your videos, one from a superior court, one from a judge just this week, because they believe that you may have done something illegal in obtaining these videos. Can you tell us what this video, the next video that you're going to put out, contains?
Sure. So the next video that should go up in about an hour or so, we're still doing the export and upload of it right now, is going to be much in the vein of the first 4 videos that have come out so far, except it's perhaps going to be even more shocking. You're going to see evidence in it of how Planned Parenthood is actually willing to sell fully intact fetuses to buyers of aborted fetal tissue. And whenever you're talking about fully intact fetuses in the context of fetal tissue procurement, those are situations where no feticide, like digoxin or potassium chloride, no chemical like that can be used to kill the fetus beforehand, because that poisons the organs and the tissues. Yeah. And so in that case, it's prima facie evidence of born-alive infant cases.
All right, David Daleiden, thank you for coming on and explaining your side, and we will see what courts say about this video and about your future videos. We appreciate getting your perspective.